Welcome back, everybody. It's Freddie Mac, your ham radio crusader, and we're back with another quick video about, well, Allstar and GMRSlive. Have you ever wanted to customize your Allstar node or GMRSlive ID? And it's not necessarily an ID. I was poking around the other day on the GMRSlive website, and I was in the downloads portion of the website. And this looks a little big because it's easier for you all to see. But I scrolled down because I was looking at the other software, but I noticed here at the bottom the random audio player script. And I thought, hey, I'm on GMRSlive when I've logged into Node 700. It's their nationwide talk group, if you will. It's a node, it's a hub, rather, where all those that are members of GMRSlive can log into and chat all over the United States. It's a nationwide verbal chat. So I thought, that's nice to listen to. And at the bottom of every hour, they play an ID message. It's a different message at the bottom of every hour. So I thought, that's got to be what that is. So I clicked on that, and it makes me download a zip file. As you can tell, I've already downloaded it once. Boom, boom, boom. You get that little folder right there. And inside of it are 3 files. 2 PDFs and a random.sh file, and that random.sh file is a script file for Allstar. So I gave it a shot. I did it and got it going and thought about drinking a cup of coffee. So good. Anyway, it's pretty straightforward, and if you open up the GMRSlive _random_play.pdf, you get a nice explanation of what to do. Well, follow these directions, and I'll point out one little thing right here. See where it says random.sh, and then there's a space, and then there's a / /etc/ / space announce. There's not supposed to be a space there. We'll just go over the script real quick. Copy the random.sh file in this zip file to your node in a directory of your choosing. We recommend putting it in user local sbin, which is where I put mine. Give it the required permission to be executed, and what it means by that is it's got to be made executable. And if you've seen any of my videos, you can do that by typing in. Okay, once you're into it, we'll just start from the beginning. We'll go SSH into your Allstar or GMRSlive node. Go down to number 9. Start that bash shell session. And what was that? User local sbin. Hit dir, and right there is random.sh. Now, once you copy that file over using FileZilla or the Microsoft equivalent TLS program to transfer them files over, you're going to want to come down here to your command line and type in chmod space 755 and the file name random.sh, and then hit enter. I've already done this, and you won't get a reaction other than a carriage return, but that makes the script file executable, which is what you want to do. The directions say create a folder to store your sound files. There can be no other files in this folder. Only sound files compatible with asterisk. And later in the video, we're going to show you how to do the audio files compatible with asterisk. And I know it works with HamVoip. I don't know if it works with ASL. I don't know why it wouldn't, because asterisk is in both versions. So what I did, I used FileZilla to get into the node, and I go to the root. Now I opened up that, if you nano the random.sh file, you can see the intros of the file, and in here they were using another folder as an example to put the sound files in. So I went ahead and I just followed their lead and used that one. So I go to var, and then lib, and then asterisk, and then sounds. And I created a directory called notices. And as you can see right here, there's all the files that I've created. And once your ChronTab job is in place, these files will be played randomly at the bottom of every hour. So I took those files and copied them here. Now, here's the important part. Random.sh is copied to where it is. So we want to go back into, you don't have to nano this file. I just did that so I could show you what was inside of it. Control X, and it didn't change, so there's nothing to save. So let's go into ChronTab by typing ChronTab space -E, hit enter, and you'll see this bottom line here, this 30 with 4 stars. This first path you see is user local sbin, and then the file random.sh, and that is the script file for running the audio files randomly at the bottom of every hour. Then there's a space, and then there's the path to where the sound files are located. var/lib/asterisk/sounds/notices. I know it's a lot, but I just followed their example. And then there's a space, and then you're going to type in your node number, and in my case it's 2950. Now, within those directions they say after that node number you can put another space and put in the number 1. If you do that and save it, it will play a randomized file, a random picked file at the bottom of every hour, but it will also play it over the network. So whoever's connected to you will hear it too. And if you connect to the 700 node on a regular basis, I'm sure they're not going to appreciate that. They play their own. It's their network. So I leave the 1 off and just end it with 2950. Control X, yes to save, enter to exit, and that's it. Hardest part about this entire process is recording those files so that they're compatible with HamVoip. This is actually pretty easy. Let me see if I can play one of them for you now. Let's see if I can get this right. Random.sh space /var /lib ** sounds, if I can spell it right, /notices, and then the node number 2950. And
let the good times roll. You are listening to the GMRSlive network on the WRUT 923 repeater in Henrietta, Oklahoma.
I used the English voice for that one, and he doesn't know how to say live without saying live, or saying live without saying live. So I tried to modify a little bit there. As you can tell, it didn't quite make it. So let's try another one.
Welcome to the WRUT 923 GMRSlive repeater, located in Henrietta, Oklahoma.
And that's one that I recorded of myself and converted it to play on asterisk, which the rest of this video will show you. So let's pop to that now, shall we? Okay, so here's the process that I took to make these audio files compatible to play inside of HamVoip. So first I wanted to make up my message, and I went to ttsmaker.com and I just typed in what I wanted it to say. And the punctuation on the end of the sentence may or may not make a difference depending on which voice you get. It seems like I've noticed it, but we'll try this out. Now, I don't like to stay with the very first choice here at the top of the list when it comes to the voices. You can hit the example right here.
TTS Maker is a free text-to-speech tool that provides speech synthesis services
to see what the voice sounds like. So if you want to choose that one, click on it and make sure the box is highlighted. And another thing you need to do is to come down here, hit More Settings, change it to Wave, And then type in the code that you see to the right there. And then hit convert to speech. They'll work on it here for a minute, and then it'll autoplay.
Hello and welcome to the KD5FMU Allstar node number 58176 located in Henrietta, Oklahoma.
And there's your audio file. And then I'll download that voice file. I'll give it a name I can find again. Put it in the music folder for now and hit save. Now, it's a WAV format, but it's got to be converted down to 16-bit, 8,000 something or other. I'll show you here. I go to cloudconvert.com and I convert a WAV to a WAV. And let me add another file here, which is the one we just made. Right there. Hit open. And on that very file, I'm going to hit the wrench, and I'm going to change the audio bit rate to 16. I'm going to change the channels to mono and make the sample rate 8,000. That's it, the sample rate. Hit OK and convert. It'll upload it, convert it, and then give you a download link. And it'll come back to you as a WAV as well. So I'll give it a new name here. I don't like those special characters in there, so I'll put A at the end of that, so I'll know the difference. And the same file, save it, and we're halfway home. There may be an easier way to do this. I have not found it yet. So I'm going to open up Audacity, and I'm going to go to File, Import, Raw Data, and I'm going to choose that WAV file that I converted the WAV file to. Hit open. Now, when you're importing raw data, it's important that the encoding be signed 16-bit PCM, byte order be default, and I don't know what that word says. The channels have to be one channel mono, start offset 0, amount to import 100%, sample rate has to be 8,000. Hit import, and you'll get a voice, you'll get the recording, but it'll sound like the audio quality is diminished, and it's just what the format that HamVoip plays.
Hello and welcome to the KD5FMU Allstar node number 58176 located in Henrietta, Oklahoma.
Okay, now that we know it's going to play correctly, we're going to go to File, Export, Export Audio, and we're going to make sure the file type says Other Uncompressed Files, the header is RAW, headerless, and the encoding is U-LAW. And again, you can make this file name whatever you want. I just try to stay away from special characters. And it's going to end with the word raw. You're going to hit save. And then OK. And then you can close out your Audacity session. Then you can go into Finder and navigate to that file. Once you've got your finished raw file, what you're going to do is rename the suffix from raw to ULAW, and it's going to say, hey, you sure you want to do that? And then you hit yes, I know what I'm doing. And then you transfer this file into your Allstar node, your HamVoip node, wherever you're saving your sound files. The first thing I like to do is go into Audacity. It's a nice audio editing program, but it also records your audio from your microphone, whichever one you choose. And the first thing you want to do is go to Audio Setup, go to Audio Settings, and make sure you're set for your channels are set at 1 mono. Your project sample rate is 8,000, and so is your default sample rate, and your default sample format should be 16-bit. Everything else I would pretty much leave the same. Hit OK. And let's record our message. But let's hit record and make sure it does say mono, 8,000 hertz, and 16-bit PCM down here. We can stop this, close it out, and start over. Welcome to the WRUT 923 GMRSlive repeater located in Henrietta, Oklahoma. And I hit stop. Then we can take the time to trim out any pauses that we want to get out of there. And let's just play it.
Welcome to the WRUT 923 GMRSlive repeater located in Henrietta, Oklahoma.
Now the next thing we're going to want to do is export this file. We're going to go File, Export, and we're going to export audio. And we're going to make sure we give it a name. And make sure our file type is other uncompressed files. The header should say raw, headerless, and the encoding should be set at ULAW. And then just hit save. Hit OK. Then you can close all this out if you want. And then I go into FileZilla, connect to my node, navigate to my music folder, because that's where I saved that file, that audio file. And there it is, test2.raw. And I'll drag it right into the spot where I store all my other sounds that I played randomly. And you'll notice it has a different suffix. So we want to change that from raw to ULAW. Hit enter, and now you're done. All you got to do is log out, and it will play randomly right with the others. Okay. Now, let's just say, for example, that you've got all this set up, and it's set to play by your cron job to play at the bottom of the hour. So what if you don't want it to? Well, you'll have to fiddle with the timing a little bit. And with that, you can come over here to a little website I was turned on to called ChronTab.guru. And what it does is, this is a default, all those little stars you see in ChronTab, let's just go in there real quick. ChronTab space -E. And this is your ChronTab. Now, I'm tell you what, don't play around with this thing too much. Make sure you're doing what you're doing right. You don't want to mess this up. And I like to bring it up on the screen, take a picture of it, make sure I'm getting it right. That way I have a little bit of a backup. I'm sure there's a way to export it as a file. I'm not sure about that, but I'll look into that. But a backup's a backup. It's a backup. Easy or hard, it's a backup, and you'll have one. So take a picture of that screen. You'll be a lot happier if you did. You'll probably sleep better too. Anyway, down here you got a 30 and then a space and then a star, space, star, space, star, space, star, space. Then you've got the command line, which is tells the computer where random.sh is located, and then a space, and this next path tells you where the sound files are located, so it can pick one at random, and then what node to play it over. So it's that simple, right? So let's go over to ChronTab. It's like, what if I want to do something different? What is one? It's 1 and 4 spaces. That means at minute 1. So the next one would be at the 1 minute after 1 p.m. because it's 1:55 right now. I'm sorry, 2 p.m. It's 1:51 or 1:55 right now. So at 1 minute after 2, it would engage. So leave that one wild. Change that to 1. So that'll play at 1 a.m. just once a day at 1 a.m. And there are many variables, because if you come down right here, you've got any value, value list separator, a range of values, step values, 0 to 23 are the allowed values. Now, if you're doing it exact time once a day, you could go the 30th minute, the 12th hour. That'd be at 12:30. Next time would be on Christmas Day, because it's Christmas Eve. And you could go and change this to a 4, and that would make it, it'll only do it on April the 1st, 12:30 a.m. once a year. So it's very, very flexible. You've just got to figure out the way you want to do it. So the default setting is this: at the 30th minute of every hour, which is bottom of the hour, it will strike and play a random video file using this ChronTab entry. So fiddle with it. Go to ChronTab.guru and play with it. Maybe you can do something really cool. Well, I hope you all got something out of this video. This is a nice little cool feature that I picked up over on the GMRSlive website. Hey guys, over at GMRSlive, I want to say thank you. This is a great little nifty feature, and I've already implemented it on my 70 centimeter repeater in Preston, Oklahoma. At the bottom of every hour, I get a randomized file that I've created, or a recording of my own voice that plays at random at the bottom of every hour, IDing the repeater. And I can also make club announcements on it as well whenever I want. All I've got to do is take out all the other audio files, put in that one announcement. It'll play at the bottom of every hour until I'm done announcing it, and I just replace those files back in there. There may be another way that's automated that I could come up with, but we'll see what the future holds. All you guys over at GMRSlive and all you guys that use HamVoip or Allstar, hey, if I'm doing something wrong, put it down in the comments. If I'm doing something right, hey, let me know down in the comments. If you got something that you want to see or something I could do different or better, put it down in the comments. I'm always open to making things better for everybody. So I hope you enjoy this little tidbit that I've shared with you today. It's nifty neato, and I really, really like it. It's got a lot of potential. So with that said, I know that you'll see this after Christmas, but I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope all the good signals to be yours, saying 73s, and ham on, y'all.